What's up, guys, and welcome to another exciting episode of me working on the Corolla. Today's episode might actually be exciting because there's not too much else left to get this thing put back together, so might just get it done today. Spent the last few days trying to clean up the transmission, get that ready for paint, and it's pretty good cleaned up. So I've got it sitting outside. I just hosed it down, and whenever it's done drying, throw some paint on that, and then I finished putting the head back together, a couple more accessories to put on, and throw the tranny on, get it put back in the car. So let's see if we can get it done. Alright, there it is, all primed up. Here's a little gold. Alright, and here it is, gold. So I'll lay down a coat of clear and let it dry. Alright, while the transmission's out there drying, I'm gonna go ahead and get started trying to finish this up. I think in the last video I only had maybe 3 of these valve springs in, but I got some help. We got them all in, so those are good to go. Put the cam in now. It's just kind of sitting in here, but let's grease it up, get it in there, throw the rest of the valve train on, and put the valve cover on. I'm going to be using this Schneider Racing cam lube. They're the ones that reground the cam for me, and I actually read pretty good reviews about their cam lube, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. Just going to apply a liberal amount all the way around and toss this thing in. Next up is the rocker arms. Alright, I got the rocker arms in, and now it's time to set the clearances on these valves. So as you can see, there's a lot of movement, and that's due to the cam being reground. So you can see about how much more lift I'll be getting once I get these adjusted. So basically there's this nut on here, and you just hold that with a wrench and screw in this screw. And I'll use a feeler gauge to get those set to the correct gap. And I'll get those all done, and I'll be right back. So I went to go break this one loose, and instead of breaking it loose, I just broke it. So at a bit of a standstill. Not even really sure what those are called, so I'm gonna go do a little research, see if I can find some new ones, and I guess we'll pick this back up whenever I find those. Alright, it's been about a week since the last clip. I spent a while trying to track down some of those bolts that I needed to adjust the valves. Turns out no part stores anywhere around here carry any. They don't even have it in their system, so I couldn't order any. But yeah, I went to a local like pull your own part type of place and found an old Tercel that had basically the same valve train. So I got some off of that, and I also picked up this window thing because I needed one. So yeah, but should be able to get back going on it. So let's do that. Alright, this valve cover is going to be a little bit difficult because the gasket, for whatever reason, is just a little bit too small, so it has to be kind of stretched on there. But let's see if we can get it. Alright, so if you watched the video of me pulling this motor out, you might remember that there was a bolt on the exhaust manifold that I had to cut. So yeah, there's the aftermath of that. And rather than try to get that out and replace it, I'm just going to run an open header for now. Yeah, eventually I'd like to weld up a custom manifold for it, but not too worried about it right now. Just want to get it back in and running. So yeah, I'm going to throw this on, and the intake manifold. And, yeah, I need some bolts for it. But yeah, I'll throw these on. And alright, half the reason I want to make a new exhaust manifold is it's got this stupid thing in here, which I don't know, this cutout up here goes into the bottom of the intake manifold, so I guess it's some sort of EGR system or something, but it's stupid and I don't want it there. So yeah. Alright, so there's this plate that sits in between the intake manifold and the carburetor, and I think it needs to be painted, so I'm gonna clean it up, paint it real quick. Alright, scratch that idea. Yeah, this was just taking way too long to get cleaned up, and I want to get this thing back together, so no paint. Alright, so I was actually just taking a look at this thing and realized that pretty much everything that's left can be pretty easily put on there once I get the motor put back into the car. So I think what I'm going to do is put this thing up on the engine hoist and get the transmission on. Try to get it in the car. But before I do that, I'm going to run to the parts store real quick and get a new oil filter, spark plugs, serpentine belts, stuff like that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and run and do that, and I'll be back. Yeah, starting to look pretty decent. Almost looks like it might work. So we'll see. Alright, I'm back from the parts store. Got a new oil filter and some plugs and some new serpentine belts. So we're going to throw the filter on real quick and throw the plugs in and spin this thing over a couple times just by hand to make sure we have good compression and everything feels right. And yeah, if everything's good, we'll put it up on the hoist, get the tranny on, put it in the car. Alright, got the new plugs in, and I don't think I ever showed what the old plugs looked like when I pulled them out, but yeah. pretty bad. So definitely needed new ones. Yeah, we'll turn this over a couple times. So yeah, really good compression. So let's get the tranny on there and put it in. Alright guys, it's off the stand. So I'm going to go ahead and lower it down and we'll get the clutch and flywheel on. Alright, so before I start cranking down on the bolts for the flywheel, I already have cylinder 1 sitting at top dead center, so I'm going to go ahead and put the distributor in, because this is the last piece of timing equipment that I need, so that way if anything spins, it'll already be correctly timed. So. And it's not wanting to go in there. Alright, but I'll get it, and then yeah, we'll get the flywheel after that. Alright, now that the timing's all set, and I don't have to worry about that, I can go ahead and crank down on these flywheel bolts. If I can hold it on there. Which seems to be a problem. Alright, there we go. And now I'm going to take the flywheel right back off because I just remembered I have to put this plate on behind it. And last thing to go on before the transmission is the clutch. With spiders on it. Oh god. Alright, yep. Okay, I got it on. Yeah, I don't have a alignment tool for this clutch, so I don't know. It looks like it's sitting in there, lined up semi-decent. So hopefully the transmission will be able to stab it. But yeah, I think I'm now covered in spider webs and probably spiders, and I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna take a break, wash up, get some food, and then come back and throw the transmission on. Alright, back from dinner, and yeah, right now I'm basically trying to figure out how I'm gonna get this transmission onto the motor. So yeah, basically this is what I've got so far. I think I'm just gonna try to kind of turn the motor and get the transmission to slide on it. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. There's no one else here to help me right now, so just trying to get it on there by myself. But yeah, I'd imagine it's going to take me a little while, and yeah, so I'm not going to film it. But yeah, I'll update you if I get it on there or break my foot or something. So, and there you have it. I got it on. So yeah, that's everything. It's ready to get put in. So I'm getting pretty worn out, but I'm also really anxious to get this thing in there, so I'm gonna see if I can't get it in there by myself and at least just get the mounts on so it can set in there. So yeah, let's see if I can do it. Well, I managed to get it up and over the bay, but the real fun part's gonna be trying to lower it down while simultaneously moving all that stuff out of the way. So yeah, I'll keep at it. Got it. Yeah, that was a lot of work. Took probably about 2 hours. Ended up having to take off the alternator and the bracket that was there. I don't think I took anything else off. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm exhausted and slightly delirious, so I'm gonna call that the end of this video. I think it's getting pretty long at this point anyway, so yeah. Next video we'll finish up the last few things that need to go on there and get it started up, so tune in for that. Yeah. Peace.